Thank you. Hello. No previous winner with us today. That's because there were 60 programmes in the last series and 65 in this, so we shall have a few gaps. As usual, we've cast our net wide, and the 15 people standing behind me represent the United Kingdom from Cumbernauld in Scotland all the way down to the village of Compton Dundon in Somerset. Let's see what effect these 30 questions have on the first round. 2 questions each in the first round. 1 correct answer from you to survive, please, ladies and gentlemen. And we start with Donald Mackenzie from New Milton in Hampshire. Donald, what in central London are the Palace, Her Majesty's, the Queen's, the Prince of Wales, the Duke of York's and the Duchess?
Theatres.
Philip, please, radio. The name, please, of the Radio 4 programme, regularly hosted by Libby Purvis, broadcast every Wednesday morning between 9:05 and 10 a.m.
Woman's Hour.
Midweek. Colin, please, television. The name, please, of the BBC consumer programme, hosted by John Stapleton and Lynn Folds Wood.
Watchdog.
Malcolm, current affairs. Who is taking over from Sir Robin Lee Pemberton as Governor of the Bank of England in July?
Don't know.
The gentleman is Mr. Eddie George. Pat, baseball is played on a diamond. What name is given to the pitch on which American football is played?
A mound.
A gridiron. Rick, still sport. In which country will both the 1994 Football World Cup and the 1996 Olympic Games be held?
United States.
Derek, please. Famous Swedes. Ingrid Bergman was an actress. For what is Ingmar Bergman best known?
Athletics.
He was a film director. Kate, physics. Whose third law states, to every action there is an equal and opposite reaction?
Einstein.
Newton. Jeff, please. Frank Hornby of Liverpool invented a toy for his children which he originally called Mechanics Made Easy. How is it now known?
Meccano.
Michael, please. Which Jane Austen novel tells the story of Mr. and Mrs. Bennet and their 5 daughters, Elizabeth, Lydia, Kitty, Mary and Jane? Pride and Prejudice. Terry, please. The United States. Hannibal, a town in Missouri. The childhood home of Mark Twain holds an annual contest for children in the name of Tom Sawyer. What are the children required to do?
I don't know.
Paint fences. Alex, please. Which European capital city lies at the estuary of the River Tagus?
It's Lisbon.
It is. And newspapers. Sketch by Andrew Rawnsley, Notebook by Alex Brummer, and Diary by Maeve Kennedy are columns in which national daily newspaper?
Independent.
The Guardian. Margaret, please. The name, please, of the unreasonable appetite for food and drink, which is one of the 7 deadly sins.
Gluttony.
Frank, please. Which market town in Somerset is by tradition the place where Joseph of Arimathea founded the first Christian church in England?
Glastonbury.
And your second question, Donald, English law and insurance. What term is used to refer to a person employed by an insurance company to calculate premiums?
Underwriter.
Actuary. Philip, please. What is the 9th month of the Muslim year called?
I'm afraid I don't know.
It's Ramadan. Colin, medicine. What do the initials RM after a person's name stand for? Registered. Malcolm, Scotland. The name, please, of the small Scottish island lying halfway between Shetland and Orkney, owned by the National Trust for Scotland, which gives its name to a type of sweater or jumper.
Aaron.
Fair Isle. Pat, please, the royal family. What relation are the Duke of Gloucester and the Duke of Kent to the Queen?
Cousins.
Yes, first cousins. Rick, in the Narnia stories by C.S. Lewis, what sort of creature is Reepicheep? He's a little mouse. Derek, the Bible. Which book of the Old Testament tells the stories of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob?
Exodus.
Genesis. Kate, please. This is medicine. What is the more common name for chorea? C-H-O-R-E-A, chorea, a disorder of the nervous system characterized by involuntary jerking movements of the muscles.
Don't know.
St. Vitus's dance. Jeff, please, the royal family. How old is Prince Charles?
45.
44. Michael, please. A Sabra, S-A-B-R-A, is a Jewish person who is born specifically where?
Near Jerusalem.
He could be born near Jerusalem, because the answer is Israel, so yes, I'll take it. Terry? Phobias. Toxophobia, T-O-X-I-P-H-O-B-I-A, toxophobia, is the fear of what?
Poison.
Alex, please. Theatre. Which Willie Russell play is the story of Frank, a tutor in English literature and a hairdresser who joins an open university course in an attempt to widen her horizons?
I'm sorry, I've no idea.
That's the story of educating Rita. Anne? From the old French meaning sliding door. The name, please, given to the gateway of a castle.
Portcullis.
Margaret, please. Natural history. Which common black and white bird has the Latin name pica pica, P-I-C-A-P-I-C-A?
Magpie.
And Frank, farm animals. A farrow is a litter of young what?
Pigs.
4 down, 11 to go. Laura, please.
And they are Philip Green, Malcolm Bradley, Derek Curtis and Kate Watts. And the remaining 11 contestants, 2 still have their 3 lives intact.
We're face to face again, Donald. The first of these 60 questions is for you. An incorrect answer to it will cost you one of those 2 lives, and I'll move along to Colin. Are you ready?
Yes.
On which day of the week was Solomon Grundy born?
Monday.
A number, please.
Number 10.
Michael, which Christian church traces its origins back to John Smythe in the early 17th century?
Baptist Church.
A number, please, Michael.
Number 13.
And the name, please, of the German general who designed the airship which bore his name. Zeppelin. Count Ferdinand von Zeppelin. Again, please, Michael.
Number 15.
Frank, the House of Commons. The present father of the House was first elected to the House in 1950. Who is he?
Edward Heath.
A number, please.
Number 6.
Sport, Rick. The Lancome Trophy, the Dunhill Cup and the Brabazon Trophy are competitions in which sport?
Golf.
A number, please.
11.
Terry, the USA, the White House. The famous desk used by the US President in the Oval Office was a gift of President Hayes, who was president from 1877 to 81. From whom?
Queen Victoria.
A number, please.
Number 5, please.
Awards, please, Pat. Which BBC sports commentator was awarded an OBE in the New Year's Honours List?
David Coleman.
A number, please.
Number 15.
Telecommunications, Frank. What is the significance of the prefixes 0860 and 0836?
No idea.
They're mobile or cellular phones. Again, please.
Number 12.
Currency, please, Alex. The forint, F-O-R-I-N-T, made up of 100 filler, is the monetary unit of which European country?
Liechtenstein?
Hungary. Again, please, Pat.
Number 1.
Parliament and the House of Commons. Donald, a prospective parliamentary candidate must obtain the signatures of how many registered constituents?
15.
10. A proposer, a seconder, and 8 others. Again, please.
Number 10.
Michael, which instrument is used for detecting and measuring radioactivity by registering electrical output pulses caused by ionization of particles in a gas-filled tube?
A Geiger counter.
A number, please, Michael.
Number 3.
Which century is this, Colin? The Duke of Monmouth's rebellion, the Battle of the Boyne, and the Glencoe massacre all took place.
17th.
A number, please.
14.
Charles Dickens, please, Margaret. Which character in Great Expectations lives in Satyr's house in a room kept the way it was on the day she was jilted?
Miss Havisham.
A number, please.
Number 1.
High office, Donald. Which office in German politics is held by Dr. Richard von Weizsäcker?
Chancellor.
He's the federal president. Again, please.
Number 3, please.
Colin, in which city in England is the High Bridge, the oldest in Britain still to carry buildings, the Wren Library, which contains one of the surviving originals of the Magna Carta, and the 15th, 16th century Stone Bow Gateway?
Lincoln.
A number, please.
12.
Film certificates, Alex. 18, 15, PG and U. What precisely do PG and U stand for?
Parental guidance and universal.
A number, please.
Number 3.
Heraldry, Colin. In heraldry, a cockatrice is a cockerel with the wings and tail of a what?
Eagle.
A dragon or a serpent. Again, please, Alex.
Number 5.
Pat, which religious calendar dates from 3760 BC, which is regarded as the year of creation?
The Gregorian.
The Jewish calendar. Again, please, Alex.
Number 14.
English cities, Margaret. Jesus Green, Midsummer Common, Cove Fen, Parker's Piece and Christ's Pieces are all open spaces in which English city?
Cambridge.
A number, please.
Number 3.
Education, Colin. Oxford is the oldest university in England. St Andrews University is the oldest in Scotland. Which is the oldest university in Northern Ireland?
Queen's University, Belfast.
Exactly. A number, please.
14, please.
Margaret, what term or expression connects a firm which tries to promote the shares in dubious companies and a type of travel agency that specialises in the sale of cheap air tickets?
Bucket shop.
A number, please.
Number 6, please.
Arthurian legend, Rick. The son of King Ban and Elaine. He was brought up by the Lady of the Lake. His name?
Arthur.
Lancelot. Again, please.
Number 12, please.
Alex, which range of hills runs along the English-Scottish border?
The Cheviots.
Number, please.
Number 14.
Music and opera, Margaret. Marcello the painter, Rodolfo the poet, and the terminally ill Mimi. They are characters in which Puccini opera?
La Boheme.
A number, please.
3.
Colin, which title was awarded to Henry VIII by Pope Leo X in 1521, taken away by Pope Paul III, and restored by the English Parliament in 1544?
Defender of the faith.
A number, please, Colin.
14.
Horse racing, Margaret. Which classic horse race is named after the Epsom residence of the 12th Earl of Derby?
The Oaks.
A number, please.
Number 6.
Classical music, Rick. Whose 41 symphonies include the Hafner, his number 35, the Linz, number 36, and the Prague Symphony, number 38?
Chopin.
Mozart. Again, please, Margaret.
12, please.
Alex, navigation. Precisely, please, what term is used to refer to the flow of the tidal stream as it rises?
Ebb.
The flood tide. Another number, please.
Number 9, please.
And Jeff, precisely, please, what term is used to refer to the flow of the tidal stream as it recedes?
The ebb.
Say thank you to Alex.
Thank you.
A number, please, Jeff.
Number 3, please.
Sport, Colin. In which sport has England never won the World Cup, though finishing as runners-up on 3 occasions, in 1979, 1987 and 1992?
Rugby union.
Cricket in those years. Again, please.
Number 5, please.
Pat, world crops. Which world crop has the Latin title Saccharum officinarum? Saccharum officinarum.
Maize.
Sugar, sugar cane. Again, please.
Number
Jeff?
13, please.
Anne, in Christianity, what word describes the anointing with oil or ointment as part of a religious ritual? Unction. Again, please, Jeff.
Number 11, please.
This is sport, please, Terry. The Canadian singles and the Canadian pairs are events in which Olympic sport?
Rowing.
No, it's canoeing. They are quite different. A number, please.
Number 10, please.
Michael, please. In 480 BC, the Persian king Xerxes crossed the Hellespont, or the Dardanelles, by a bridge. How was that bridge constructed?
I've no idea.
By a string of boats tied together. Again, please, Jeff.
Number 11, please.
Terry, this is botany, trees. What is the name of the liquid exuded from conifers that becomes solid on exposure to air?
Sap.
Well, Terry, the answer on my card says resin or rosin. But as resin is any one of a number of substances obtained from the sap of trees or plants, I suppose, yes, OK. A number.
15, please.
Films, please, Frank. In which 1960 film, based on a story by Graham Greene, does Alec Guinness play a vacuum cleaner salesman in Cuba who is recruited as an intelligence agent?
Our Man in Havana.
A number, please.
Number 9.
Jeff, the brewing town of Burton-on-Trent, Uttoxeter Racecourse and Shugborough Hall. Which county are they all in?
Staffordshire.
A number, please, Jeff.
Number 10, please.
Michael, Emmeline Pankhurst. 2 of her daughters were also leading suffragettes. Can you name either, please?
Dorothy.
Christabel and Sylvia. Again, please, Jeff.
Number 11, please.
Terry, this is religion. Monotheism is the belief in one God. What is monolatry, spelled M-O-N-O-L-A-T-R-Y, monolatry?
I don't know.
It's the worship of one God, although still acknowledging many others. Thank you. Welcome back, Jeff, Margaret, Frank. If you're happy with the rules, put your fingers on the buzzers and we'll make a start with the final. Stage and film musicals. Which musical is this? The stage version ran for nearly 3,000 performances in New York, during which time the title role was played by Carol Channing, Phyllis Diller, Frank?
Hello, Dolly.
Yes. I won't go on. In which outdoor lawn game might bisques and continuation strokes occur? Croquet. By what name is an incident which occurred in an East Coast port of the USA on December the 16th, 1773? Frank?
The Boston Tea Party.
High Office. Which legal position is held by Barbara Mills, QC? Jeff?
DPP.
Yes, he's the Director of Public Prosecutions. Theatre. Laburnum Grove, 1933. I Have Been Here Before, 1937. When We Are Married, 1938. The playwright, please. J.B. Priestley. Sport. Cricket. Which cricketing feat was achieved in a test match by Viv Richards of the West Indies in a total of 56 balls against England in 1986, but took Mudassar Nazar of Pakistan a record 9 hours, 17 minutes against England in 1977? Frank?
Scoring a century.
A test century, yes. The choice is yours. Question or nominate?
Margaret.
Margaret, what does the Latin phrase mea culpa mean?
I blame myself.
Yes, or my fault? Question or nominate?
Jeff, please.
Word connections, Jeff. Which word connects a small village and the title of a Shakespeare play? Hamlet. Again, please, Margaret. Question or nominate?
Nominate Frank.
The monarchy. Which grandson of William the Conqueror became King of England?
Edward.
Stephen. Again, please, Margaret. Question or nominate?
Nominate Jeff.
Food and drink, Jeff. If a dish is described as à la polonaise, it means it is derived from which country's cooking?
Poland.
Question or nominate?
Nominate Margaret.
Margaret, classical music. What is the title of Beethoven's only opera? Fidelio. Again, please, Jeff. Question or nominate?
Nominate Frank.
Geography, Frank. What is an archipelago?
It's promontory of land sticking out into the sea. Oh, islands.
Yes, it is. It's a group of islands or a sea studded with islands. Back to you, Jeff, please. Question or nominate?
Nominate Margaret.
Margaret, which novel by Oscar Wilde, in which the tempter is Lord Henry Wotton and the good angel Basil Hallward, is an updated version of the Faust story?
Can't remember.
The Picture of Dorian Gray. Again, please, Jeff.
Nominate Frank.
Frank, Gregory Brandon and his son Richard were known as the two Gregorys. In what way were they famous names in the 17th century?
Popes.
They were executioners. Richard chopped off the head of Charles I. I'm back with you, Jeff.
Nominate Margaret.
Margaret, ergonomics, E-R-G-O-N-O-M-I-C-S, ergonomics is the study of what?
Converting energy to work.
It's the scientific study of people at work. So I suppose if energy and people at work, my goodness, you're a lucky girl, all right. Question or nominate?
I'll take a question.
Children's literature. The name, please, of the sequel to Winnie the Pooh, published in 1928.
Christopher Robin.
The House at Pooh Corner. Jeff, 22 points you have, 24 questions left. You have 2 lives intact. Let's see how far they can take you. Zoology. Which creatures belong to the family Canidae or Canidae?
Dogs.
Reference books. For a major reference work in which field is the name Sir George Grove best known?
Music.
It is the Health Service. There are 14 RHAs in England in the Health Service. What is an RHA?
A regional health authority.
The USA. In which famous incident in the United States in 1929 were the gangs of Bugs Moran and Al Capone involved?
The St. Valentine's Day Massacre.
Famous first lines. Pippin looked out from the shelter of Gandalf's cloak. That is the first line of the third book of a famous trilogy. Which trilogy?
Lord of the Rings.
When Parliament is sitting, on which 2 days of the week does Prime Minister's question time take place in the House of Commons?
Tuesday and Thursday.
Handicrafts. Pyrography. Pyrography is the technical term for which handicraft?
Burning a design in wood.
Yes, poker work. William Shakespeare, in which play is a handkerchief dropped by the wife of the eponymous hero the ultimate cause of her death?
Macbeth.
It's the sad story of Othello.
That's the one I was groping for.
Oh, I see. Well, look at this then. What could this sentence be called? Marge lets Nora see Sharon's telegram.
Sorry.
It's a palindrome. It reads the same backwards as it does forwards. I think that by the time you get left on your own here, it's worse, even though you're the winner, than when you've got someone to nominate. Well, there you are, Jeff. 92, your winning score, takes you onto the finals board in position number 4. I'm not sure how long you'll stay on there when the board is full, but in any case, we'd love to have you with us again next season. Stay there. There you are. That's it for today. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place, 4:30 on Channel 4. See you then.
TLC, Marky Mark and Chris Cross, all guests on The Oprah Winfrey Show. Next.